चूतिया बीच रोड पे चला रहा। So hello and a very good evening YouTube. As usual, मुल्ला की दौड़ मस्जिद तक. Let's clean the lens. And we are again at Motown Cafe. नहीं चलता. Okay. See you, bye. So as usual, I'm at Motown. Had a little chit chat with a couple of friends, catching up in shirt, same shirt. माँ की चूत गर्मी तो बुरान करके रख दरी, but yes, आज निकले सो उसको फिर एक vlog shoot कर लेंगे. There's a really beautiful cross plane beside my bike also. It's a friend's bike. Fucking love the cross plane, man. So yeah, a lot of you know, of lately have been asking me the question, and I know a lot of people wonder, okay, why does this guy ride a 15-year-old bike which is not really known for its reliability? Chalo, see you. We'll catch up.
Right, sir.
So today I'll try to give a logical and a little emotional explanation of why exactly I ride a 15-year-old unreliable bike. So yes, what is with these old bikes that I really love so much now? Without getting further into it, let's begin. Yes, the price does play a big significant factor with the current generation of price hikes and everything. We all know how expensive bikes and cars have become. So yeah, these bikes still come in around pretty good deals. You can find them with good paperwork. Yeah, that is a one big factor, because it's not just the money, it's the value for money. अब आप 5 से 8 लाख रुपए में ये गाड़ी ले रहे और आप एक 30 लाख रुपए की S1000 के साथ साथ भाग रहे. Obviously it has its ups and downs, the spare parts availability, God forbid if something goes wrong, if you crash, and finding a clean used bike is again a big fucking deal. It's entirely the very reason I got back into biking with this R1. अब R1 से तो अपने को एक स्पेशल अटैचमेंट है. वो हर इंसान को ज़िंदगी में एक गाड़ी से एक स्पेशल बॉन्ड बन जाता. फॉर मी it's been the 2010 Crossplane, not even the 12 with the TCS. I love it raw, no ABS, nothing else. A lot of people have that question also. अरे भाई बिना ABS की गाड़ी कैसा चला रहे? भाई इंडिया में तो अब कल्चर आया, लोग 1970s 60s 80s से गाड़ियाँ चला रहे. क्या ABS था हमेशा? Yes, ABS, traction control, everything, they're supposed to make your life easier and make the bikes easier to ride. But I also feel that because I'm one of the few people who has ridden both the generation of bikes, it takes away the raw adrenaline rush that you get from ringing the throttle open, from sudden emergency braking and everything. I'm not gonna say okay, it's perfectly safe. Obviously riding a bike without ABS has its ups and downs, it's unsafe. But अब जिनको आदत है, अब हम लोगों को आदत है चला के हमारे ABS की गाड़ी पर गांड पड़ती, बुल्ला गाड़ी कहीं नहीं रुक रही बोल के. On a bike without ABS, your fingers are your ABS and your wrist is your traction control. So you have to judge according to how the road surface is, रेती है, smooth surface है, क्या नहीं है, वो हिसाब से खोलना पड़ता गाड़ी. And that I feel imbibes a certain level of discipline also into you as a rider. I mean, I see a lot of these fucking 18-year-old kids just picking up an S1000 or a ZX-10R and trying to go full Yakuza on the bike without understanding its dynamics, how it responds. So yeah, these electronics do make you feel like Valentino Rossi initially, but end of the day, it is a machine which is pushing the limits of physics. तो आप उसके साथ बकचोदी करेंगे तो ने obviously आपकी ज़िंदगी के साथ बकचोदी कर देती. So I feel riding bikes like these initially will give you that discipline, that throttle discipline, that braking discipline, which is much required, which I see lacking in a lot of younger generation of riders. And uske alawa, like I said, for people like me it's a fucking adrenaline rush. Deep down, you know, okay, you know, nothing's going to, like, there's no safety net, nothing's going to save you if something goes wrong. It's all in your hands. I know it's not the most safe thing to say, but भाई मैं बोलता हूँ हर बाइकर के अंदर एक थोड़ा साइको रहता है। मैं तो कौन सा परफेक्टली सेन आदमी 20 लीटर पेट्रोल और 1000 सीसी का गर्म इंजन गांड के नीचे टांगों के बीच में रख लेके 300 मारने देखता। We all have a little psycho inside us. So the rawness, the raw adrenaline rush of a 15-year-old bike will tingle that, you know, adrenaline rush like anything, like nothing else. You know, अब घर पे H2B है, मैं H2B चलाता हूँ कभी, S1000 ये वो काफ़ी चलाया, मैं जंतरी भूसा चलाया, नए कई गाड़ियाँ चलाया. But the feel that I get from riding this bike, the rush that I get from riding this bike, it's not comparable to anything else out in the market right now. So yeah, I would suggest अगर ऐसी साफ गाड़ी मिल रही भाई ले लो, एक बार तो ज़िंदगी में एक्सपीरियंस करना. Will teach you a lot of discipline. And the third thing, fourth thing, whatever, you know, one thing is, again, it's a subjective thing, but for me personally, I feel up till the 2010s, 2015s tak bhi, manufacturers actually focused on how a bike looks. Now if you talk about the 2010 Crossplane, it gets an underseat exhaust, which is arguably the worst exhaust design from an engineering standpoint, because the center of gravity is pretty high up, it's in the back of the bike. That makes it slightly slower on the track, you know, difficult to maneuver, whatever the fuck, but boy oh boy, it looks like nothing else. You know, underseat exhausts have a crazy look which is unmatched. It's fucking unmatched, there's no other way to put it. And end of the day, ये गाड़ियाँ लेते अपन, you know, 90% of people who buy these bikes never take it to the track or anything. So why are you sweating कि आप अंडर बेली एग्जॉस्ट से इतना ग्राम सेव करे, इतने जीज और फोर्स सेव करे, वॉट एवर, यू आर नेवर गोइंग टू पुश इट टू दैट लिमिट्स. द रोड इज़ वेर यू आर गोइंग टू बी राइडिंग इट, एंड ऑब्वियसली गाड़ी थोड़ा बहुत अच्छी भी दिखना. सो या आई फील 2015 के बाद जितने भी गाड़ियाँ हैं, द R1 दैट केम इन ऑल्सो, दे आर ऑल प्रीटी कॉम्पैक्ट, एरोडाइनमिक, with a good center of mass. And again, emissions, big fucking thing, emissions, the E20 compliance, the catalytic converters on the newer bikes are much more restrictive. The state of tunes on the bike is pretty restrictive. Any little modification you do, you have to get the bike remapped. वो पूरे झोल झमेले भी है. So you know, it's not really appealing, spending fucking so much money, and again spending so much money to, you know, mod the bike or make it according to your taste. And I feel these older bikes have a very deep throatiness to their exhaust notes compared to the newer bike. Maybe it's a psychological thing, but yeah, they just tend to sound a lot more raw and good, because yeah, the emissions are not as restrictive on these bikes, and even the cam profile, the, you know, ignition timings and all, they're little more focused towards extracting more performance rather than a lower level of, you know, CO2 emissions. So yeah, in the big grand scheme of things, अगर आप देखेंगे 5 से 8 लाख रुपए में you don't really have any other value for money bang for buck bike. But again, ये मत सोचो कि 15 साल पुरानी गाड़ी बस जैसा शोरूम से टनार लेने के बराबर ले लेके चला लेने की रहती. नो, इट्स अ बाइक, you have to inspect everything, all the rubber parts, the hoses, the, you know, spark plugs, everything, give it a good service. एक पेटी कम से कम बाजू रख लेना आप मिनिमम, गाड़ी को पूरी अपने हिसाब से सेट कर लेने के लिए. एंड अगेन आई हैव सेड दिस बिफोर, एक्सीडेंट बाइक्स में तो भाई सोच के भूल के भी ना खो जाओ. यू आर गैम्बलिंग विद योर लाइफ देयर. So you know, these bikes give you that raw adrenaline rush that newer bikes just can't. And yeah, there is no showroom backup for most of these bikes. Showrooms will not let you, you know, will not arrange spare parts for you, will not have trained technicians anymore. So deep down, you yourself have to be a mechanic, technician, whatever, and know the bike in and out, and have contacts so you can arrange stuff directly from Japan, US or wherever, if you plan to maintain these bikes. It's more of like a more, you know, सस्ता भी है लेकिन exotic भी शौक है. One more problem I feel with these newer bikes is quality. I don't know if they're doing it for the cost cutting or anything. It's an unpopular opinion, a lot of people are going to be hurt, but yes, you know, 30-35 लाख रुपए दे के आप जो BM अब खरीद रहे हैं या 10R खरीद रहे हैं, I don't have to tell you, just look at the quality of its switch gear and, you know, all that other things, and not to mention के fucking LED LCD displays, you know, so many sensors, gyro sensor, LoRa sensor, 3-axis sensor, ABS module. With all these added things, that too with lack of quality, I think brands are just focusing on one thing कि भाई जो लो आदमी शोरूम से खरीदता, he is not going to ride it for more than, you know, 2-3 years, maybe max 5 years. तो 5 साल तक तो कुछ दिक्कत देते नहीं, बट उसके बाद जैसा ये गाड़ियाँ 5 से 10 साल पुराने होने लगेंगे, you already see a lot of S1000s and all in the market जो ज़रा पुराने हो गए, ऐसे तकलीफ़ां देते, वो तकलीफ़ां कभी सॉल्व भी नहीं होते. Whereas on these older bikes, there's not much to go wrong, and the quality आप इसका स्विच गियर ये वो क्वालिटी आप साइड बाय साइड रख के कंपेयर करके देख लो. इफ़ यू गेट अ गुड क्लीन बाइक, यू योरसेल्फ विल नो. अब ये गाड़ियाँ 15-20 साल भी लास्ट कर रहे. इमेजिन इससे पुराने जो थे कार्बोरेटेड, उसमें तो देयर इज़ लिटरली नथिंग इलेक्ट्रॉनिक. ECU भी नहीं आता कई गाड़ियों में जो कार्बोरेशन और यू नो CDI यूनिट पे चलते या पॉइंट सिस्टम पे चलते. तो लिटरली लेस टेक्नोलॉजी, नथिंग टू गो रॉन्ग, एंड दे वर बिल्ट लाइक टैंक्स. RD350s पुराने, यू नो, ट्रायम्फ्स एंड ऑल, दैट्स व्हाई दे स्टिल रनिंग एज एंटीक्स. जैसा जैसा जनरेशन बढ़ते गया, वैसा वैसा लाइफ स्पैन कम कर होते गया गाड़ियों का, बिकॉज दे स्टार्टेड बिकमिंग मोर एंड मोर कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. आई गेस मोर कॉम्प्लिकेटेड दे गेट. मॉडर्न बाइक्स, यू नो, द मैन्युफैक्चरर्स मेक देम इन अ वे के कस्टमर घर पे गाड़ी में उंगली नहीं कर लेना, यू नो. राइट टू सर्विस खुले मिल जा रहा अपन. ये पुराने गाड़ियाँ फिर भी घर पे खोल लेके अपन अपने हिसाब से बना ले सकते. दिस न्यू बाइक्स विद द इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स नीड द स्पेशल स्कैनर्स एंड शिट एंड व्हाट नॉट. व्हाई? ज़माना था जब पूरा खुल के बना ले सकते थे. नए गाड़ियों को घंटा नहीं बना सकते. आई नो इन्फ्लेशन इज़ वन थिंग, बट भैंचो 10 लाख में रहती थी गाड़ी, अब 30 लाख की रह के अब क्वालिटी भी कम कर दी है. दैट्स नॉट फेयर टू द कंज्यूमर्स मैन. हर किसी के बस की बात नहीं है भाई. बड़े टट्टे होना पड़ता है ये गाड़ियों का चमचा पूरा खोलने के वास्ते. जस्ट कांट. अब मेरे को नई गाड़ियों पे गांड पड़ती, ब्रेक कहीं को नहीं पड़ रहा, ट्रैक्शन कट ऑफ हो जा रहा, गाड़ी मिसबिहेव कर रही. विद दिस you know exactly how the bike will respond, you know, when you give it that input. वो फुल थ्रॉटल पे क्या बदतमीज़ी करती, कैसा उठती, कैसा फिसलती, वो अपने को एक, you know, चला चला के नैक आ जाता. So yes, that is one of, you know, the few reasons that I got back into bikes in the first place. And yeah, I'm riding this 15-year-old bike. Someday जब मैं करोड़पति बन जाऊँगा, probably I'll also have a, you know, R1M or something. I really want that bike. I really love that bike. You know, the actual R1 and not the just the facelift R1. A proper M लेने की ख्वाहिश है. ये तो अपनी मोहब्बत है भाई. ये घंटा कभी बेचने वाला नहीं हूँ मैं. You know, I did a mistake back then by selling my old R1. I'm blessed to, you know, find such a clean bike. एक ये एक गोल्ड विंग ले लेके अपने को हमेशा के लिए रख लेने का. That is my plan. This rush you cannot get in the newer bikes. And yeah, the crossplane does sound very good. It's got a very muscle V8ish feeling to it. I think that does answer a lot of questions for you guys. Do drop in comments if there's more you'd like to know about, you know, owning older bikes, finding older bikes, or, you know, just that sort of thing. I understand हर किसी का उतना बजट नहीं रहता. Obviously गाड़ियों के सेल्स तो मेंटल चल रहे हैं, but not everyone can afford, you know, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs. तो अगर ये सेगमेंट में कोई कुछ देख रहे हैं, तो डू ड्रॉप योर कमेंट्स व्हाट मोर यूड लाइक टू नो अबाउट ओनिंग अ 10-15 year old bike. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye bye.